go metal detecting again. My next footage, you might be able to see over there. Exact same spot. I only made it halfway through the field using a real slow sweep. I'm gonna do a video on a slow sweep and what I feel is a slow sweep, and making sure that you're hitting all your targets. It may be a little different than what you've seen before, but anyway, you might be able to see again, that's the same spot. I keep coming back here because it's close, but it's also been productive, and I just don't see any reason why I should change that. So you know, why should I? This whole area here, I have found onesie twosies of old coins and old buttons and stuff. So something happened here. Somebody settled in this area, or there was a depot or something, because I just continue to find old things. So I'll be back with you when I get my first find. Okay, this is a pencil top, and those can really fool you. Pretty near the hole from last weekend where I got the barber dime. I got a modern dime here. Okay, my next find, a 1997 modern dime. All right, I finished up a short grid. I don't have a whole lot of time today, but I finished up a short grid right over by that tree where I found the barber dime, going across the field that way, about 4 or 5 sweeps going super slow. As you can see, it wasn't productive. Lots of pencil heads, eraser heads, and yeah, so about ready to head back over to the honey hole, I call it, kind of. See my truck over there way in the distance. All right, well, you all have been here with me before. You can kind of see the ground. I'm doing the lower half of this property. You might recognize that over by the picnic tables. And there's the house, there's my truck, there's the school. But yeah, I'm just trying to hit this lower half and see what I can find. As I've shown you before, this is I call this the old coin property, but it looks like I got a button. Shank's still on. Appears to be old, probably not super old, but still kind of a cool find. All right, next find. Looks like a period piece of metal. Might not be, but it has the shape of a key. Could be a piece of a door or a cabinet, but it's very thick. I have no idea. If you have any ideas, it is definitely a independent piece. You can tell by the edges. Pretty cool. I think it is period for this area. I'm off on the side of this house now, this building, hunting right here. So Anyway, not too bad. I got an Indian head penny right up against the house, if you can see here where I'm at. So walk it right down. I was just right over there. And this is the hole, and this is the penny. I'm hoping that you at home can see the date, because I cannot. My eyes are not good. Just an absolutely beautiful shape. So I am going to hang out here for just a little bit longer. Another Indian head right up against this tree. I just found that other Indian head right over by that bush, and I started working my way back here, and right up against this tree, ringing up about a 21, is another Indian head. A little bit of deterioration on the edges, but I'm hoping you can see that, and the date should be clear at some point. Okay, y'all, just an interesting find right up in the corner of this fence. I cannot think of a better shaped pull top than this right here. It is just incredible. I know it's not the most interesting find in the world, but I'm gonna keep this. I'm 55, and so I know this has to be an early one, early pop top. I just love that thing. It's really cool. If you agree with me, comment in the comment section. Sometimes even junk can end up being a relic. So yeah, it's kind of cool. All right, for the wrap up, real quick, there's the junk. Can't tell I'm hunting by a school, can't you? Lots of eraser heads, lots of pop tops, copper fittings, bolts. Not so sure what that is. Nails, of course. My favorite, that chain link fence stuff. All right, for the good stuff, got a 77 penny, 1963 penny, a couple of dimes, got a key. Pretty sure this is a door piece. It looks much like a key would fit in there. I don't even know what you would call that. It's a door something. So anyway, this is a copper pipe. I got a button. See, I think that's probably 50s. Looks like it had something in the middle of it. I know this is strange, but I really think this is a really cool pop top. Brought me back to when I was young. I'm 55 now, so I think that's kind of cool. Finds of the day: 2 Indian pennies, Indian head pennies. One is 18 something and the other one's 1902. It's hard to read the first one there. And I got this square nail. It's pretty old. I think I'm going to keep that. So yeah, that's the wrap up. If I get out tomorrow, I'll have another one on what I find tomorrow. And it's supposed to rain, so I'm not sure, but thanks for tuning in. All right, everybody, this is Shook's Run. Got a dog barking at me. That's always fun. Lots of people walking their dogs today. Social distancing, you know. This is a historic area of Colorado Springs. Sorry I haven't done a whole lot of historical backgrounds, but I know that there was settlements in this area dating back to the 1800s, and it's just an absolutely beautiful park with some beautiful trees, as you can see. And right along that tree line is a creek. And as you can imagine, people would build along the waterway, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful park. Just amazing trees. Just can't say enough about this area. It's just gorgeous. Anyway, this is where I'm going to detect today. Been here once before, early with my Equinox, and did okay. Found some old stuff, but I wasn't really sure about the signals that I was interpreting, and a lot of times I didn't dig things because I thought it was trash. But we're gonna give this spot a chance for about 2 hours, and then yeah, I'll wrap up this next video, and so let's see what we can find. Well, you can imagine how scary this target was, sitting in there like that. There's nothing but a washer, not an old one. Anyway, first target here by this beautiful tree. See all the people walking. So this is my first target, and it's not a good one. Second good target, really good target. I just want you to take a look at this. You can see how your heart can fail you when you see something like that. But really what it is just that, you know. And so, yeah, it's quite a surprise. It even has some of the ridges there. It might even be a ring or something like that. But anyway, a lot of deep targets in this Shooks Run Park. I had to switch down my sensitivity because it's just constant chatter. And I haven't made it very far. There's my truck over there, and I'm just going real slow, back my sensitivity off, and hoping that something old is just not super deep. Next target, a good target, is a modern dime. Looks to be in the 2000s. It's a good find. Next decent find, 1981 quarter. Next, 1980, I believe 82. So I'll ask the question, where were you in 82? These pennies, they just don't make them like they used to, do they? Today. Beautiful shape, 1982. Next up, I have no idea what brand of sunglasses these were, but they're called Lokes. Pretty design on the side there. Never know what you're gonna find. A 1981 dime, right there. That's my next find. Well, definitely the best find of this day. This little hunt. A 1972 Kennedy $50. That's a great find, guys. I'm really happy with that. I've never found one. I know that seems strange, but again, I haven't had the quality of metal detector until last year, so really enjoying my Equinox today. All right, signal at about 21, 22. Anytime I see a 22, I'm kind of thinking that it may not be a penny, so I tend to dig 22s with a 21 signal on my Equinox. 22 can be a very modern penny, but this rang up pretty deep at about 6 inches, 7 inches, and I found this, and it looks like it was gilded, as you can see on the back. I do not know what this is, but it was obviously attached to something. The hole there. That's an interesting find. I gotta think that it's pretty darn old. There could be some writing on it. I can't see. I'll have to clean it up. Yeah, again, this park. This was a very old settlement that was turned into a park, so it's very possible that this is period to that time. Okay, for the wrap up, I'm gonna just do the whole weekend wrap up here. Just add the stuff that I just found here at Shook's Run. Anyway, just here's the junk I found today. This is the kind of junk pile. This is what I'm gonna start calling the Clean Up America pile. This is just that thing that scared the hell out of me. Couple of keys. This is just the whole weekend wrap up. I got, looks like 9 dimes, 9 pennies, 4 quarters, a nickel, a couple of cool relics. I just found this earlier in a hole that I was digging. Probably pretty old, probably period to this area. Piece of glass. Just found that. Don't know what that is. My weird little fascination with that pull top, the button. Again, I'm not so sure how old that is. It's probably just 40s, 50s. Just found the $50, 1972, I believe. And then, of course, my 2 Indian heads that I found on Friday, and not to forget this really cool, actually really in good shape square nail. So that does it. I will come back to this place. I know there's more stuff here. A lot of people in the park trying to get fresh air during this coronavirus thing. But thanks for tuning in, and I'll have another video soon. Well, I wanted to actually kind of show you a little bit of something that I'm always looking for, is these abandoned lots, and they're just full of trash. But that's never really scared me. I'm not afraid of that. So I want you to stay tuned, because this next weekend is supposed to be nice, I think. And I am going to be hitting these abandoned lots that I know for a fact nobody's going to care whether I detect there. There's a couple more down the road, and I might just do abandoned lot type detecting this next weekend. There's an Elks Club right there. You see the flag flying. Very old building. Certainly there was a lot of activity here early in Colorado Springs history. So you just never know. I might not find a darn thing, but I'm just always intrigued by these old trees, trees that have been cut down. You can see that big stump over there. So stay tuned next week, because this is where I'm probably going to hit in the morning on Saturday, and we'll see what we can find.